Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and by now, we all know what Saturday means. It's that time of week where we see what came through the mail via the DHL guy, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, the traditional post office, Waylon Jennings, and so much more. It is weekly purchases, the time of the week where we find all the great grabs, and this week wasn't about the mailbox. It was about old school hunting in the stores. It was a banner week for figure hunting. Hopefully you guys checked out my video on Friday of my figure hunts for the week. I don't know if I've had a bigger week in 5-10 years, maybe even longer than that. Everything hit this week, especially at Target. A banner week for weekly purchases, especially out there in the wild. Usually we get stuff through the mail, the eBays, the Mercaris, the Facebook groups, whatever. This week it was old school figure hunt in the store, so definitely check out that video just to know what's hitting your stores right now, as I haven't seen an onslaught like this in a long time. So very, very cool this week. A longer figure hunting video than normal because I was in a lot of stores this week. I am dead tired between a full-time job, the videos on here, and all the figure hunting this week. It was a banner week for the channel and for figure hunting. So check out that figure hunting video if you have not. Lots of videos on the channel this week. I am continuing. I haven't stopped yet. A daily Star Wars unboxing. An unboxing video of a Star Wars figure every single day in 2021. That is my goal. I'm going to hold to it. You guys keep me honest to make sure I hold to it, and I will. I promise you. I haven't missed a day on the channel since we started, and we're coming up a couple months away from the 1-year anniversary. I think 3 or 4 months away, but we'll celebrate when that time comes. Also, we're just dangerously close to 4,000 subscribers. Very close. A lot of new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys subscribing. If you're an old-time subscriber or a recent subscriber, I appreciated it. And we are very close to 4,000. So tell your friend, tell your grandma, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your cousin, tell your boss, tell your sister. Get them to subscribe to the channel. So we're growing and growing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Other things on the channel this week, outside of the Star Wars video, the figure hunting video, of course, weekly purchases, but we unboxed WWE Elite Series 83. We also unboxed the Dynamite, I wanted to say Dynamite Kid, British Bulldog. Hopefully we get a Dynamite Kid. British Bulldog, the Elite 82 Collector's Edition, and we also unboxed that Cobra Viper. You know I couldn't wait. Cobra Island, it's a beautiful place to visit this time of year, but I could not wait to open that bad boy up, and we'll talk a little bit more about him during weekly purchases, but a lot of heavy hitters this week on the channel and the unboxing videos, and oh my, a lot to come. I'm going to be a busy guy filming videos this week. There's a lot of stuff to unbox. Got to strike while the iron's hot. Got to get these reviews out and see what's going on. I can't wait to open these up myself. So you'll see a lot of those in weekly purchases this week. So very, very cool. Hopefully you guys checked out the He-Man video. I forgot to mention that one. I did the regular new assortment that just hit. Series 3, Series 4. Choose your own adventure on that one. Depends who you ask. It should be Series 3. Big Bad Toy Store calls it Series 4. I don't know. You tell me. But check that out this week, the Battle Armor. Somehow that video went kind of viral. I think we're at 8,000 views now on that one, so that's a crazy video for He-Man. So check out that one, and we'll see what comes this week. A little bit more He-Man unboxings this week on the channel as well. I should mention that figure hunting video. There were some guest appearances from our old pal Waylon Jennings. If you watched real close in that video, Waylon made a brief appearance as we had a superhero team-up. And then also Midwest wrestling legend Gage Octane met up with him on the Cobra Viper hunt, trained by Harley Race and Dory Funk Jr. Not a lot of people can say that, so it was good to see old Gage Octane out in the wild, so it was a good one. Also this week, hopefully you guys checked out in the last week, the Fig Cave podcast. Phil Gentile. Check that out. Look it up wherever podcasts are found, all the formats. I was his very first guest on his new Fig Cave podcast, so it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll do that again down the line, but some questions answered, some topics, some discussion. It was a good time, so make sure you're checking out the Fig Cave podcast. He also has a Facebook group, so subscribe to that if you're interested in figure talk like you are watching right now. So that is something to check out. And then as far as news this week, it was a decent news week. You know, it's been quiet the last couple of weeks with the the holidays, obviously. It's quiet everywhere. A lot of people on vacation, people getting back into the swing of things. And the first bit of news this week was interesting. Mattel has not confirmed this yet, but all signs point and all of the solicitations point the upcoming fan takeover line that we've seen. Those were supposed to be a Walmart exclusive. For whatever reason, it looks like they will be an Amazon exclusive. I see a lot of people celebrating that fact. Hey, Amazon, you can get those exclusives a lot easier than Walmart. As we all know, they do tend to cancel orders. I haven't had that, luckily, but I know a lot of you guys have had that, so they have canceled a few orders on people. So Amazon, it should be pretty easy. You know what'll happen with those Amazon orders? They'll go up, they'll come down, they'll go back up, they'll go down. So you just got to play that game a little bit. But it should theoretically be easier than chasing after a Walmart exclusive. So make sure you're checking that out there. Super 7 this week, they showed solicitations for the Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers. You know, we saw Cardona and Myers a while back. Now we got these two coming. So the Super 7 line continues to grow. About $50 price point per figure. Buy those bad boys at Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Free or $4 shipping on those, and then they don't charge you until they ship, which is always a great feature. If you ask me, that's why I buy from Big Bad Toy Store for a lot of my pre-orders, because I don't have to pay till they ship. I don't like having people sitting on my money and growing interest when I could do that myself. So make sure you pick up Gallows and Anderson. I think those would be pretty cool figures. We'll definitely be reviewing those on the channel when the time comes. They also, Super 7, also announced Thundercats Series 2. They showed production pictures. That makes me nervous. They didn't say there was a delay of any kind. They've already been delayed. I believe they're supposed to ship in February. But if they're just showing grayscale renderings right now, there's no way those things are coming in February, March, April. I bet you it's going to be midsummer. So once again, that's why I didn't order from Super 7 this round. I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store because theoretically they'll be sitting on my money for a year and a half if I were to order through Super 7. So Big Bad Toy Store, a much safer option for those. I just hope Thundercat Series 2 comes somewhat soon. It feels like an eternity ago we got Series 1. And I know Super 7 said they were supposed to make it right on Jackalman and Panthro. I did message them on Twitter. I got no response. But they were supposed to send those updated heads and all that around Thanksgiving time. There hasn't been a word since. Hopefully those are still coming. Hopefully we will get those. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. So Super 7, a great company, great figures. But we always seem to have a few issues, and we definitely have a delay in every single release they have. I always say it was Super 7. If I was in charge of that company, what I would say, okay, this is earmarked to come out. You know, we're taking pre-orders in August. It's going to come out in August of 2021, let's say. I would tell everybody it's coming out in October of 2021, and then surprise us. Hey, they're here early. They're going out in August. I think people would love that. Nobody likes hearing these long delays, especially if they're sitting on your money all this time. So it's just definitely an interesting dynamic with Super 7. But great figures, definitely a small company. That's why they're so much more expensive. But there's a lot of love in those figures. So we got to appreciate that, even though there's some issues along the way, and there always seems to be. So there's a little Super 7 talk. We also saw Zombie Sailor. If you're not following him, check him out on Instagram. He is going to make Cardona and Myers basically retros, is what they are. They're a love letter to the Hasbros, and it sounds like there's going to be more wrestlers to come. Very anxious to see the quality on these, the look, the packaging, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure with Zombie Sailor at the helm, he understands toys just like I do. He knows what the people want. I hope the price point is good. I'm sure some people will complain about the price point because they're not going to be $5, $10, $15, probably not even $20 each. But you got to understand that this is a small company, small operation. This isn't the buying power of Mattel. These aren't going to Walmart's, Targets, and Amazons. They're going to be sold via Zombie Sailor or maybe a few other outlets from there. So they'll be a little more expensive than your typical retros, but I got to think the quality will be better. I definitely know Zombie appreciates it a lot more than maybe some people that maybe make figures out there. So really excited to see where those go. And then another thing this week was a lot of conversation. We've touched on it in the past on the channel, but I've seen so many posts in all the Facebook groups on wrestling and stuff and about the AEW figures. Go figure, no pun intended, a lot of discussion on the AEW figures. We're starting to see Series 3 hitting the stores in the last week before even Ringside Collectibles, which is weird. There's always been distribution issues with these things since the word go. Well, this week, people are finding MJF chases, Jon Moxley chases left and right. I think there was one guy that found 6 MJF chases at 6 different Walmarts. There was a couple people that found a couple different Moxleys in the same day. I know I'm in a toy group, the Minnesota Toy Posse. You can't recommend them enough. Up there in Minnesota, honorary member. We're close. I'm in Iowa. I'm close to Minnesota. I travel up there for business, so they've let me be an honorary member. But they found the Chase Moxleys all over the place, and it's really simple, and I think a lot of people overthink it. And once again, you know, I love putting that business hat on and telling us all to take a step back. But you got to take a little step back, put your business hat on. Here's exactly what happened on the distribution issues. Like I said, we've touched on this before. But the reason Minnesota, for example, all these stores got all these Chase Moxleys. Every single store almost got one. Well, it's very simple that when Jazzwares sends all this product over, they put a Moxley in these Chase cases. They don't distribute those cases. They should make those in the factory. Okay, now these cases need to be mixed between all these 110 pallets or whatever it is, or 1,000 pallets, whatever the amount of pallets is. They got to mix that inventory. And what is not happening either via Jazzwares, that's who would place the blame, because I think that's where they should do the mixing. If they're counting on Walmart or Target or anybody else to ever mix the pallets, it's not going to happen, because we've talked about it before. Walmart, Targets, they think of our wrestling figures, Marvel figure, whatever you want to call it. It's no different to them than a hairdryer or a package of Oreo cookies. That's the same thing to them. It's stuff that needs to get out on the shelf, and it's something that'll sell. That's all they care about. They want to move it through. But what's happening is the cases are not being mixed in as random. Instead, that full pallet of cases of John Moxley, there's one in every single case, it went straight to, let's say, the Austin, Minnesota distribution center. And guess what? That feeds 75 different Walmarts. Every one of those Walmarts got a case with the Chase. Unfortunately, you guys in Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, the Dakotas, Kansas, whatever, you got regular pallets. You didn't even have a chance for a Chase. They all went to certain distribution centers. And we saw it with Series 1. North Carolina and Texas seem to be the lucky ones. And then we're seeing it now with Minnesota, Ohio, and maybe it was California. There was another one that are getting the majority of all these Chases. It's just the luck of the draw and where that distribution center is and what Walmarts it feeds. Really simple if you take a step back and think about it. It's really disappointing, though, because everybody should have a chance at getting these. And we shouldn't have anybody, as lucky as people are, nobody should be able to find 6 MJF Chases in one day. That's just ridiculous. And that's just not the mixing of the cases. So it's really simple when you think about it, but I know there's been a ton of discussion out there. And then I also see a ton of discussion saying, well, it's not really one of 500. It's not really one of 1,000. No, it is. There's only 1,000. There's only 500, or at least there should be. There's probably a few extra out there. There's always something like that. But a lot of people are saying, well, no, it's 1 out of every 1,000 figures is the Chase. And that is not the case. It's never been the case. It's never been any of that. But a lot of people believe that out there. So take that for what you will. That's my somewhat expert opinion. I don't know if you'd call that, but somebody that's been in the game for a long time. That's exactly what happens, and we see it with everyday products all the time. You know, rotation issues on fresh grocery items, for example. You'll see a pallet that should be split up to go to different places. Nope, they'll all go to one. So one distribution center might get super fresh stuff or late code stuff where it should have got a little bit of the late code plus fresh stuff. To mix it up, evenly send it out. Like I said, distributions happen all the times with all the logistics of the world and everything going around. Wrestling figures is a very, very small piece of that. So there you have it. That's my say on the AEW. Hopefully one day I find a Chase. I don't know. I'm not really hunting them. Obviously, I would never pass one up. But you know, it's not. I'm not a big Chase guy. I'm not a huge. I like the common man stuff. I don't like those really rare things. Maybe if it was an Ultimate Warrior rarity, I would maybe go after that if they release something like that. But they're not that I know of. So there you have it. So that's it for news. Looking at my notes quick, that's about it. There was a lot to go on the channel. So like I said, make sure you're following along. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at SirPaul64. Follow me on Instagram at _Kyle_Peterson. Of course on Instagram. And then belowthecollar.com. Get your very own See You Later t-shirt on belowthecollar.com. So there you have it. So that's it. We get to Album of the Week. Waylon Jennings, Dallas, Texas, live 1975. This just popped up in Amazon Music this week, so I guess it's a new release. It's kind of one of those quasi-bootleg releases, I think. But this is Waylon Jennings in 75. Some of his coked-up best work. Speeding through songs at a blistering pace that would make old Lemmy from Motorhead maybe even blush a little bit. So highly recommend Waylon Jennings. Not only is he a great figure hunter, He's also a great musician and one of the best of all time. And you know I love my heavy metal, but I got a soft spot for my old school country, and Waylon is the top of my list. So there you have it. That's my album of the week. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, guys, let's get down to the weekly purchases. And like I said, there's a lot this week with Targets and Walmarts getting their new resets out, getting a lot of new figures out on the shelves. But I should mention, I know I'll get asked, and I've given you a little update every week, my yearly display tour. Yes, it's coming up very soon. I've been working hard, rearranging, organizing, all that kind of fun stuff. If you guys are following me on social media or the community tab on YouTube here, you saw I posted a picture of my Jack's Ruthless Aggression collection. I finally got that 100% organized, ready to go. I had to work this week as I actually had about an hour and a half interview type deal where I had to show my collection off for a project, hopefully that'll come to fruition in 2021. So stay tuned. I've got 3 possible projects out there in the works. So I hope that happens. That'll be big things for the channel, big things for all of us out there. So hopefully that comes through. So I got a lot of my wrestling. My wrestling is done. I had to walk through that whole collection for that video and interview thing. So my wrestling is done. I got to put the finishing touches on some of the G.I. Joe and the finishing touches on my Marvel. And I'll be ready to film this bad boy and we'll get it out there. Hopefully maybe a year to the date. I want to say it was like February 3rd or something like that. But it'll be coming soon. Less than a month away from that collector's tour. So I think you guys will really enjoy the changes of the last year in my collection. So just a little FYI there. So let's get down to it. Let's get down to the figures this week. Like I said, a crazy week. Here's one. Marvel Select. Haven't had a Marvel Select in a while. Hot deals out there. And also things lost in the mail. And we'll talk a lot more about that next week. But we've got Planet Hulk Marvel Select. I already have the Build-A-Figure. But I said, why not? Hot Topic had a big sale with free shipping. This thing was $22.99, I want to say it was, with free shipping. Couldn't pass it up. We'll see how good this is. You guys know me, I love big figures and close enough to face paint. He's got green. I'll count it. I'll count it. Also, I already unboxed this on the channel, so you guys have already seen this, but British Bulldog Elite 82 with Matilda. What a beautiful touch, that Matilda. I did pick this up this week. This came as I was filming weekly purchases last week. The doorbell hit, and that was what was in there. So just missed last week's video by like 10 minutes. It's the way it goes. So there's that. How about Jar Jar Binks? Black Series, hitting targets like crazy. I could have probably picked up, and I'm not even exaggerating, 50 of these this week. I have unfortunate news that Jar Jar, I have a feeling, might be a massive peg warmer here in the future. Nothing against Jar Jar, well, a lot against Jar Jar. If you guys have seen those Star Wars movies, Jar Jar was absolutely horrible. A lot of people compare him to the Ewoks. There's no way. The Ewoks are so much better than Jar Jar. But I do feel we needed a Jar Jar in the Black Series, so I'm glad we got this. I think the mistake that Hasbro made is they made this a deluxe figure at $29.99 instead of the retail $19.99 like the traditionals. That was the mistake. Put Jar Jar at $20, you'll probably get through him. Putting him as a deluxe, shipping in his own case, that was a big mistake by Hasbro. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes out, I guess. We'll see if it's clearance sitting on Jar Jar here in a few months. See you later. We'll find out. I was very excited. You guys saw my figure hunting video. Very excited to run across at Target this week the Royal Rumble set. Brand new Elites. You guys know that always makes me excited to get new Elites out there. Got Umaga, of course. Very cool to get another Umaga. It's been a while. We got Umaga. Got Stone Cold Steve Austin this week. How about that? Do you need another Stone Cold? There's not a lot going on with that, but I guess it's been a while. And of course, the Ultimate Warrior. And what's better than Ultimate Warrior? 2 Ultimate Warriors. You guys know me. I believe I need 4 of these. I need 1 with each head scan open. I need 1 open in my office. And then I need 1 mint on box. So very early on these. We'll get those hopefully in the next couple of weeks here. But you guys know I absolutely love getting an Ultimate Warrior figure. Nothing better for me as a collector than some new Ultimate Warrior figures. Just missing Titus O'Neil. I was shocked to see Titus O'Neil was the white whale of this line. We'll see. Apparently he's only 1 per case, which is probably a smart move. This week, how about a few chases? You guys know I like to hit the chases at the store, but found these online. Had a little assist from David C. Anderson, but I got Kyle O'Reilly and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the Chase Shinsuke in the black. Kyle O'Reilly. This is supposedly the regular Kyle O'Reilly with the camo. However, I have found 6 black Kyle O'Reillys on the shelves at my local Targets. It makes you wonder what is really the chase, but I think it could go back to that AEW issue I talked about earlier, that they're just not mixing the cases correctly, and that could be the case with those chases on the Kyle O'Reilly. Doesn't make sense why I'd see 6, and I haven't seen one of these in the wild, but very happy to have those chases completed. I think I need Keith Lee's chase now. That's what I'm on the lookout for, so we'll see. We'll see if he comes around. New at Target this week. These I've had for a long time. I opened them on the channel. You guys saw the unboxings, but it's the ring cart figures. Andre the Giant and the Macho Man. Very cool concept. These are finally hitting retail, and for my mint on box, mint on card, whatever you want to call it set, I said, hey, I'm waiting to find them in stores, and that's exactly what I did. I found both of these guys this week. $20 a piece is what the retail price is, so if you're looking for them, look at your Targets. They seem to be out there, so Andre and the Macho Man. Very happy to have them. And then you guys know there's such thing as turtle anxiety, but the most anxiety I think I've had has been recently, and it's been G.I. Joe anxiety. You guys, longtime viewers of the channel, know I absolutely love G.I. Joe. My childhood was all G.I. Joe and wrestling, but G.I. Joe I held so near and dear to my heart, so I was extremely happy to come across the Cobra Viper with pro wrestling legend of the Midwest, Mr. Gage Octane. Like I said, trained by Harley Race himself, longtime friend. Good to find these Joes. He got the ones he needed. I actually ended up finding 3 Cobra Vipers this week. Perfect. I need 1 mint in box, and I need 2 of each one for my troop building. So I just need 3 of each one. Just 3. Yeah, that's it. But hopefully these are going to be easier to find than the previous Cobra Island. I already feel that is going to be the case. One note, I am still missing Firefly. There's been no sign of Firefly in my area at all. He has not hit. But these Cobra Vipers have restocked about 3 times already in the last week. Bear in mind that's like 1 or 2 that have restocked. They don't come in full cases, it seems to be. But they keep to be stocking. So that is a good sign, hopefully, for all of us that are trying to get these. Hopefully that will be the case going forward. So Cobra Vipers in the house. G.I. Joe anxiety defeated. What do we got next? Where do we go next from here? How about this one? Mark Lakowski. I want to thank you. He was nice enough. He sent me a t-shirt. You guys know I love t-shirts. I try to wear a different t-shirt all the time. It's hard to remember. I got about 1,000 t-shirts, but I try to mix them up, try to do something different. He sent me this Ultimate Warrior Macho Man WrestleMania one. I believe these are found at Meijer, maybe Target, something like that. So very, very cool. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. I was happy to have that. How about a basic? You guys know I'm not all in on the basics, but I did come across one I do need. That would be Shorty G. Series 114. I don't think we're getting an elite of this. He's already changed his gimmick. So this is your one and done on Shorty G. If you want one, now's the time to pick it up because you're not going to see him again. See you later, Shorty G. Coming to an unboxing video very soon. How about, you guys saw this, there's not a lot of surprises in this weekly purchases, as like I said, I found all this stuff in the stores this week, so you guys probably already know what's coming, but very happy to find AEW on the shelves. You guys saw my figure hunting videos for Series 1. I found maybe 3 pallets and maybe 2 cases of AEW Series 1. Then I haven't found anything forever. Well, they finally started hitting my area this week, and you guys know I already had a set I opened. I decided, hey, I need a set, mint on box, mint on card. We'll see how deep I go with that, but that's my plan. I'm going to get 2 of each one going forward. But we'll see until the real estate runs out, all that kind of fun stuff. As you guys know, Jazzwares, they have big plans to do a set every single month. If they keep at that clip, there's no way I can buy a mint in box and a loose set. There's just not enough real estate. Nobody's got that much real estate. If there's 12 sets a year, that'd be absolutely crazy. But I was very happy to find this set, mint in box, ready to go. I need to get to some Defenders from Ringside Collectibles. Hopefully those go back in stock very soon. But very happy to find the Jazzwares Series 2 of Unrivaled. Very happy to have that. I just hope one of these days maybe I get lucky enough to find a Chase, but there was no Chases in the cases I found. And I didn't, some people said, hey, don't you feel bad buying these off the shelves? Well, no, I'm not reseller. I'm a collector. I'm buying these for me. I put in the work to hunt these. And hey, guess what? I left 2 full sets on the shelves for local collectors. I mean, I could have, I guess, sold those on eBay and made some money, but you know what? I want the kids out there, the other people out there to be able to find this stuff too. So you got to protect that future generation. So that's what I did. So very happy to have this one in this week. Very hot find out there. So now let me clean this up. I got stuff everywhere, and we'll get into round 2 of weekly purchases. All right, we got things somewhat cleaned up here, so let's continue weekly purchases. A lot more still to go. It was a very expensive week. The nice thing is, though, getting all this stuff week 1 when the sets hit and stuff gives you some breathing room, some cleanup room. I don't expect weekly purchases to be this insane the next few weeks, but I guess you never know. It's always an adventure. This week, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Marvel Legends Stiltman Wave. This thing, Dorkside Toys, I know, got this thing like 2 months ago. I didn't know if I would ever get it. I did order it from Amazon. It's supposed to come sometime in February, but bam, Target is going with this right now. So Peter B. Parker, the Red Ninja. I'm getting my G.I. Joes confused. Hand Ninja, which is key. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a second. Got the Prowler right there. We got another Hand Ninja. You need 2 at least. That's my rule. We'll talk about it here when we get them all. Miles Morales, of course, very popular one. My kids absolutely love. That is their Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Frogman, my personal favorite. I cannot wait to unbox this one. This one will probably be a top 10 figure for me. I love things like this, and we'll talk about it. And then Gwen Stacy from Into the Spider-Verse as well. So a pretty heavy hitter set, hitting your targets right now. Like I said, I feel you need 2 Hand Ninjas because Stiltman, you can he comes with legs, and you can make that as tall as you want. You can go miles high. And Hand Ninja is an army builder, so very genius by the Hasbro team here to put a Hand Ninja like this with the Build-A-Figure piece that lets you get bigger and bigger. Just excellent idea. Excellent idea. I really like that. I'm going to unbox these. My plan is to have one of these videos out every single day this week. I got a lot of videos to shoot out, but I can't wait. I love Marvel Legends. I love building the Build-A-Figure and all that fun stuff. So definitely be on the lookout this week for my Marvel Legends unboxing, on top of a million other unboxings that we always have on the channel. So that is cool. Be on the lookout. Like I said, Target seems to be getting these right now, so that's your best bet. So there you have it. How about back to AEW? Finally came through. Want to thank my old buddy, that backdrop guy over there in England, Liverpool, of course. He hooked me up with this. We've, you know, my collection videos, stuff like that. He's helped me work on backgrounds for my Marvel Legends and stuff. And I said, hey, could you do me a solid? And of course he did. What a good brother. Helped me get this AEW ring, UK exclusive to Smith's, with a special edition Cody Rhodes figure. So I'm happy to have this. I purposely did not buy this ring. As you guys know, the ring is sold separately here in the United States. I passed on that because I knew I would be getting this eventually. Finally came, so I will have this ring with this figure. Probably do a quick unboxing video on this one, but very happy to have the new Cody Rhodes AEW ring finally through here. You just never know with packages these days, taking forever with the holidays and stuff, but this came. Very happy to have that done. How about a little He-Man? It's been a crazy week about He-Man on the channel. Those videos have really blown up, so I appreciate some of you guys that maybe subscribed off the He-Man videos. There's always going to be He-Man talk on here. I'm near and dear. I'm an old school He-Man fan. Especially the video on the Battle Armor Skeletor and the Battle Armor He-Man. Just like my other He-Mans, I gotta have 2. So I bought 2 of them. I bought a damaged set to open, and here's my mint on card unpunched set right here. I'll need to get some kind of a case for these, as the backs are very flimsy on these. But I opened these 2 up on the channel. A lot of views on these. So somehow, I don't know where it went, but somehow we got a lot of views on this one. So it was very interesting to see people's comments. I'm not a huge fan of these, honestly. I feel they're more of a cash grab, but it's okay. I don't mind more He-Man figures, but not this early. As you guys know, He-Man is now available at all retailers as of January 1st this year. Well, regular He-Man and Skeletor are going to all retailers right now. I would have saved these for the Christmas season. Put regular He-Man Skeletor out right now like you are, with the other characters, all that fun stuff. Save these for the Christmas season when people are buying more toys, and hey, I need another He-Man. It's been a while. But the majority of collectors, the majority of people out there, now have access to all of them. They don't need 2 He-Mans right off the bat. G.I. Joe Classified Series drove me nuts with all the Cobra Commanders and the 2 Destros right away. I think that was a huge mistake. It's some start and stoppage of the line. I don't know if Battle Armor needs to be out there. I was not a fan of these as a kid, really. I didn't have them. I passed on them to get other characters because I already had a He-Man Skeletor. But your mileage may be different. There's a lot of people in that video that this was their He-Man Skeletor. If that's the case, by all means, pick this up. I say by all means, pick it up no matter what you do. I want the Masters of the Universe line to expand, continue for years and years. And the only way that's going to happen is if you guys and me, we buy these figures. And that's what I'm hoping you guys do. So, Battle Armor He-Man, Battle Armor Skeletor. Very happy to have them this week. And, of course, I finally got him. Old Panther. Very cool. Love Panther. Had it as a kid. Have it now. As you guys know, there will be a Walmart version that is flocked with kind of real hair like back in the day. So have to get 2 Panthers. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. You guys know I buy 2 of all the Masters of the Universe things, but I haven't picked up a second Sky Sled. I haven't picked up a second one of this, and I haven't picked up a second Battle Cat. I'm playing a little bit of the long game. I have a feeling this holiday season we'll see some of that stuff either on clearance or there'll be kind of a sale of some kind, and that's where I'm going to swoop in. I'm going to play that long game. It seems rare that I ever play it anymore, but that's the plan. That's what I'm going to try to do. So there you go. And then we'll continue He-Man. Another video I had on the channel, I did unbox the brand new series. It had She-Ra, Roboto, Merman, one of my all-time favorites, old Merman. And then, of course, Zodak, which really was probably the coolest figure in the bunch if you guys watched the unboxing video of these. I had to get 2 sets. I had my Zolo World cases all ready to go. Got these unpunched. That's the other key, is you got to make sure you get them unpunched if you're going to keep them in on the card. And that's difficult because Walmart, usually there's boxes up top of the shelves or maybe down below, or maybe you get lucky. Target, they peg these bad boys up, and that knocks that unpunched little hook out. So it's really difficult, but luckily the sets weren't done in all the stores yet, and they were putting these on the shelf and not putting them up on the tag. I seem to see them being pegged right now, so it's going to be a little difficult to find, versions without the unpunched. So be on the lookout, though. You guys know I love me some unpunched. I hope it's easy going forward. So far, I'm batting 1,000 between Masters of the Universe and WWE Masters of the Universe. I've got a complete set of all of them unpunched as we speak right now. How about J. Jonah Jameson? If you guys saw the figure hunting video, I found this with our good buddy Waylon Jennings. We were at JCD and Hobby in Des Moines, saw this on the shelf. I said, you know what? I better pick this bad boy up, and it's exactly what I did. This is going to go great in my Marvel display. I have a Daily Bugle office, just missing J. Jonah Jameson. So now I got him. That office will finally be complete. So J. Jonah Jameson in the house this week. Let me look around here. Do I got anything else? Okay, we're about at the end. I think we are. The last 2. So as you guys know, Star Wars unboxing every single day on the channel. I have not missed one yet. I've never missed a day on the channel, actually. And there's some days I'm putting 3 videos out. New Year's Day, I put 7 Star Wars videos out. Just as a, hey, this is going to be the year of Star Wars. Let's go hot. Let's send out all the Mandalorian unboxings. Let's do them all in one day. And that's what I did. But I'm continuing with unboxings every single day for Star Wars. And here's some Star Wars figures that came in. Buy cheap is my key with Star Wars. Gotta get a deal. I say it all the time. I'm not overpaying for these. I'm not paying a lot. And I did promise, I am a little bit late, and you will see that sometime in the upcoming week here. This weekend, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to film it. That weekly purchases video I promised of my huge Star Wars haul. I showed a lot of pictures last week. I showed them on my social media. I am going to show every single one of those. We'll do a special one-off weekly purchases video. Hopefully maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, one of those days. It'll be a little bonus video. Here's the Star Wars. Here's everything I picked up. We're going to go through it together. It's probably going to be a long one. I'm going to try to go as fast as I possibly can. But hopefully you guys will be interested in that to see it. And then we're going to unbox every single one of those eventually on the channel. It'll get there. I have big plans for my 2022 display tour. I got some amazing ideas. You know me, I go big. I got to. You got to do it right the first time. And I got some amazing plans. I got a heck of a lot more real estate. I got some big plans. So stay tuned to that. But first, we got to get through the 2021 display video, which won't have any of that Star Wars stuff in it. But just you wait. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But this week, I found some deals. You wouldn't believe this one. I got this for $3.98 shipped. Yeah, $3.98 shipped. It comes in a protective case, Dud Bolt and Mars Guo. And that's the other fun thing. These Star Wars unboxings, you know there's going to be characters I can't pronounce. So we can all laugh together as I try to pronounce these crazy species and homeworlds. But I got this one this week. $3.98, I believe it was, shipped. So I said, how does a guy make money on this? And I don't think he did. But you wouldn't believe the packaging box. It was a green bean box that was packed in. I don't care. I'm opening it up. And it came with a case. I mean, it's unbelievable. So see you later. We'll get to you down the road. And then I did pick this one up, which is a fairly recent one. I got to figure out some of these more recent figures. I got a lot of the old stuff, but the Rogue One, some of the newer movies, I got to figure out what is the line to get in this scale. I know the vintage collection's big, but I don't know if I need some of the Rogue One figures, the Force Awakens figures, that kind of stuff. So I still got some research to do, some plans to make, all that kind of fun stuff. But I had to get this one. What's this guy's name? Scarif Trooper, no. Oh, Moroff. He's kind of like a Yeti type character from Rogue One. I remember seeing him in the movie and like, man, that's what I like. I like big figures. I like crazy stuff. I like things that look like Wampas or Bigfoot and Sasquatch and all kind of stuff. And that's what this guy kind of reminds me of. So I picked this one up fairly cheap. It was like $10 shipped. You know, these Star Wars figures are very cheap. That's the nice thing about them. If you're looking to retire on something like this, you better look somewhere else. But you can get a lot of these things really cheap. And I will, that huge unboxing weekly purchase that I'll have, there's going to be a ton of extras. I guarantee I'm going to have some doubles in there, and we'll see what I do with that. Maybe I'll do a bunch of giveaways on the channel. Like I said, we're nearing 4,000 viewers. Maybe I'll do a giveaway with 4,000. We'll have to see. You got about 100 more subscribers, 150 to go, something like that. But picked up some Star Wars this week. Next week, I should have, hopefully, a lighter week, at least for my wallet. But I do have some things left over from Christmas that have been lost in the mail that hopefully will arrive next week. Time will tell. We'll see, but hopefully we can share those next week. Hopefully I can come across the 2 new Archive Collection Star Wars figures I need. Admiral Thrawn and Commander Cody. I need both of those still. Hopefully Titus O'Neil, I find him. And obviously the G.I. Joe Classified Firefly. So those are the only things I'm really looking for out in the store. So we'll see what we come across. I've got a few other things coming in the mail, but next week will be an interesting week. They're always interesting weeks. You never know what you're going to find, but this week, definitely a huge week in-store purchases. And that figure hunting video, like I said, check that thing out because that's probably the best week of figure hunting I've had in at least 10 years, if not longer than that. So it was a really fun week, a little stressful time to time, but a good week out there on the figure hunt. So that's it. That's all I got this week. So hopefully you guys, like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video, give me your comments. What did you pick up this week? I'd love to know if you found any of these new things out in the stores you hunting. I've heard a few people already, they're not finding anything in their stores, but be patient. I know the 10th, there's a lot of stores resetting on the 10th and holding their product till the 10th. So that could be a banner day of figure hunting. If you're out there, make sure you're in your targets on the 10th because there should be a lot of new stuff on the pegs if there hasn't been already. So that's my little pro tip of the week. Besides that, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys next week.